Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm really pleased to see you here. Today I bring you a tutorial on how to easily make pretty pendants like the ones you see here from embossed card and throwaway cereal box card. I'm Jilly from funcraftstodoathome.com, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get updates of all my new projects. Next, I'm going to show you the things that you'll need for this project. You'll need heavy duty cardboard in a variety of colours. You will also need a variety of craft punches in various shapes and sizes. And you will need an embossing machine and a variety of embossing folders such as the ones you see here. There will be a link at the end of this tutorial, a link to my blog, and on my blog you'll find a link to my Amazon shop where you can see products similar to the ones that I'm using here. So I cut my card into quarters ready to go through my embossing machine. And I started off with black card. I quite like the effect of gold metallic paint on black. It looks really pretty. So then I just punched out a variety of different shapes using bits of the embossed design. And I used some different coloured metallic paints, and all I did was use my middle finger to just very gently rub the metallic paint all over the embossed part, the raised part of the embossed design. And you can see how effective this is. It's beautiful. The gold looks gorgeous on black. The next thing to do is to make your pendant bases, and I like to save money by using cereal card. I cut 5 shapes out, 5 layers for each pendant base, and I use Anita's tacky glue to stick them all together. And what you get at the end of this is very durable, tough pendant bases. So let them dry thoroughly, and you can see they're very robust once they're dry. If you've accidentally overlapped like I did here a little bit, I wasn't watching what I was doing, just use an emery board to file the edges smooth. Then I used acrylic paint to paint the backs of my bases whatever colour I wanted. You can see how many I did loads. And then I just used tacky glue to fix the embossed card to the pendant bases, and I find it better to put a thin layer of tacky glue on both the surfaces. Now the real magic here is the finish that we put on these, and you'll see here I'm using Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, and you're going to see what happened. It's the first time whoops, there we go, over the edge. It was the first time that I had used this Dimensional Magic from Mod Podge. So when I did it the second time with the smaller round pendant, I was much more careful. And this is the thing, you learn as you go along. So the next one that I'm using is Anita's Clear Gloss. And I found that much easier to use. Although, if you watch what you're doing, as long as you know the consistency of the product you're using, you'll be absolutely fine. So here I'm using glossy accents, and this would have been fine too, but I accidentally went over the edge a bit there at the bottom. When these are dry, you can't really tell the glazes apart. So the main choice is in how they perform while you're actually using them. And as I said, if you're careful and you know the consistency of the product you're using, then you can use these effectively and you don't have to overlap the edge. Now here I am putting a second coat of Dimensional Magic onto one that's already dried, and again I'm using a paintbrush to just gently tease right down to the edge without going over. And this is what they look like dry. They're gorgeous. Absolutely brilliant. They've really finished these pendants off brilliantly. So you see here I made my own bales to put the thread through, the hanging thread. So I'm going to show you how I made my bales. Now I'm completely new to this. I think I've only done it once before, and that was years ago. So I used a video, which I will put a link to the video I used to learn how to do this. I'll leave a link in my blog, and there will be a link at the end of this tutorial to my blog, and on my blog you'll find other links that might be useful. So the lady that I learned this off on YouTube was obviously much more of an expert than I mean I'm nowhere near being an expert. This is me learning, and I'm just showing you what I did because I think it's useful for crafters to see other crafters doing things that they're not particularly confident about. So I'm showing you my attempts at making bales, but believe me, there are people online that are doing them much better than this, and with heavier duty wire. I think this was 24 gauge, and really I think you need something like about 18, because although I've put them on my pendants and I will wear them like this, I'm going to have to be really careful with the bales, not to pull on them or anything, because they're so skinny that they would lose their shape really quickly. It was good fun. It was good fun making the bales, and I actually really enjoyed it, although it could get quite frustrating at times. I wasn't always using the correct pliers. You'll see online there's other people that do this all the time, and they use different pliers to the ones that you may see me use, especially to coil the wire up. I wasn't using the right pliers, but you can get a general idea of how to do this and what it looks like when someone's doing it badly. Okay, so that's roughly what they should look like, only neater. And here's one of mine stuck on. Okay. I really enjoyed making these, and I hope you have a go. If you don't have an embossing machine, don't worry. I am planning another tutorial, which may be my next one, where I show you how to make gorgeous pendants, gorgeous embossed pendants without an embossing machine. I'll show you my little secret. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get all my future tutorials come to you. And see you in the next video. Bye.